Formasi oluromio awenogie ara lorire formasi oluromio awenogie ìràwọ̀ gbàgbà mi jẹ́ mórí gbẹ́jú wẹ́rẹ́ ìràwọ̀ èsì gbà mí jẹ́ mórí gbára gbòòrò ara lóríire àfọ̀másí olúrọ̀míọ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀ lóge ara lóríire àfọ̀másí olúrọ̀míọ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀ lóge ìràwọ̀ gbàgbà mi jẹ́ mórí gbẹ́jú wẹ́rẹ́ ìràwọ̀ èsì gbà mí jẹ́ mórí gbára gbòòrò ara lóríire àfọ̀másí olúrọ̀míọ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀ lóge ogiame so.
In sub-Saharan Africa, in West Africa, Nigeria, in the Niger Delta region lies the Itsekiris, a minority ethnic group with a vast, rich cultural heritage, describing the various cultural influences that have shaped a more significant part of the Itsekiri history. Who are these people? What makes them distinct? How do these cultural influences shape our cultural heritage? A distinctive identity of the Itsekiri people and its heritage is its unique one king, one language monarchy system. A system the Itsekiri people relish until today, which also showcases their outward persona. A monarchy that dates back to the 13th century, believed to have originated from the ancient Benin Kingdom in Edo State, Nigeria. An allegory shrouded in mystery and spiritual tale. It's said that Oba Olua of the Benin Kingdom helped founded a kingdom for his unpopular son, Ginawa, around 1473 to 1480 AD. According to historians' account, the people of Benin Kingdom loathed Ginawa because of the scary advice he had given his father against his people. As a result, Oba Olua decided to create a domain for him by the sea, which Ginawa accepted due to his unpopularity. Chief Osanyobose Igenwo, the Edobanyohai of Benin Kingdom and the Okao of Eholoba town, is a chief of the Benin Kingdom, a lecturer and historian of Benin culture. He gave his account of the young prince Odyssey from Benin and the Itsekiri's monarchy.
Until it came to the period of Olua. Olua was the king in Benin, 1473 to be precise. Olua had children. His first son was called Iginua. And Olua himself one day called on the wine tapper to bring palm wine to the palace. The man said that there was no wine again. The one he had been given to people. Then he called on another person again, because we have a place where dogs are trained, Aragua. So he said that he should send a dog for him to use in the service of his god of iron or god of herbs, Osun. The man said that, oh no, no dog. All the dog we had is finished. Oh my God. Then another day, when he was coming from a burial of a relation at Igueno, he saw a lame man drenched in the rain. So he pitied him and told them to carry the lame man to the palace, and dressed him with fine clothes, and even put bead on his neck. What layman? What is he doing with costly beads? So the layman looked at it and said, "What does this king think of me? Giving me? Am I going to be wearing all these dresses and scrubbing myself on the ground and wearing bead? It has too much bead. That's why he's giving it to layman." You can see the reply of all these three people was very disgusting to them, and he called his own son, Junior. Junior, what did you think about these people? Send me palm wine, which is usual to bring to the palace. He refused. Send me dogs, which they are taking care of for me. He says finished. Even the lame man I pitied on the road, what do we do to them? Junior answered that, "Yeah, Daddy, well, it's very sad. What we do to the first one, he should be killed. That is the person who refused to bring palm wine. And the second one refused to bring dogs, also to be killed. And the lame man should be nailed into his seat, which we call ububa. That is right from the head, nailed so that, because they are ungrateful idiots." Which the Oba did. After doing that one, the whole people heard what has happened. Then the Benin said, a priest could advise his father to do all those things. Then when he becomes an Oba, he can't rule us. He will be very wicked. And we will not serve him. They hated him right from there. So when the Oba now saw that they hated him, he thinks of what to do. He now thought of sending this boy into the sea, and had many canoes brought down, put everything that is necessary to start life, and even called about his chiefs, 17 of them, according to Egarewa in his book of Short History of Benin, that to bring their first child, each and every one of them, which they did. He told them they were going to make sacrifice in the sea, with his own son too going. So he loaded the whole canoes, and there were some inside that he kept all those paraphernalias to be used as a prince, as a king. Both cap, both rings, beads, and all that is necessary. Then this sword, Ada and Ebe, put all there for the child, so that when any place they are now going to settle, he'll be able to rule them. And these 17 men, some of them will become chiefs that will serve him, wife, children, and even put cows and goats in some of the canoes. Then they enter to the sea. That's how he left.
The movement from Benin Kingdom, Benin Empire, the reigning king of Benin then had his crown prince, but because of how he was viewed by the rest of the people, they thought he was too polished or arrogant or whatever, that he feared on his demise, they might not be treated well. So they agreed, that is between him and the father, agreed that he will be sent out to find a kingdom somewhere in the rivers. And then, of course, the 70 chiefs had their first sons also taken to be with him. But he had the royal regalia concealed. And of course, they went through several places until they came among us. And when they did, our people accepted them and accepted for him to be the king. Now, in those days, they also believed that they had some mystic powers that guided them and showed them which way to go, and so on and so forth, until they landed where they did. And the first place where they settled was the Ijala. And So the first king ruled there, and which is why all of that area is deemed to be royal ground. And then it was still found not sufficiently conducive. So we then saw that there was a need to find another place. And with some guidance, they now located the present Itsekiri, which was where the second king, it was from the second king that now came to Itsekiri. The Benin influence is in the palace, that is in the monarchy and in the chieftaincy. Because we didn't have those. And the titles were all Benin in origin and meaning, and the chiefs also. So when you have a Ginua was the first king, that's a Benin name. And all the others, in fact, all the kings, they have Benin names, except like Atuashi, which is Itsekiri, and also like Atogboye, which is Itsekiri, Akengboye, which is also Itsekiri.
We want to talk about Okotiebo, for instance. It's regarded as the strongest Nigerian Minister of Finance. He was the first. And most of his policies are the things that are still controlling the central bank today. You know, when Nigeria didn't get money, when they wanted to build a bridge in Lagos, it was Okotiebo that went and personally talked to the German government, and the German government gave us Julius Berger, and Julius Berger today is one of the biggest companies in Nigeria. So there are, for instance, during the military era, the first permanent secretaries, 3, 4, you talk about Ijueshi, talk about Aida, talk about Longe, about 3, 4 permanent secretaries were all from the Itsekiri stock. You understand? That is because of the background of the education that the Itsekiris had. They were well tutored. Now, when Midwest State, was to be created from the Western state, from the Western region, of 13 permanent secretaries that came from the Western region to establish the new, 9 of them were Itsekiris. Do you understand? I mean, that's to tell you how strong the Itsekiris were educationally. Now, in terms of, for instance, the first female vice chancellor that was ever produced in Nigeria was an Itsekiri. And in the person of Professor Grace Adele Williams, the first female professor in mathematics.
My purpose of studying the Fair Oracle is the bias they are having against the oracle, the Fair Oracle. So we are now having the death of the language among the Itsekiri people. So I said no. And the Fair Oracle is always used at a special occasion in the Itsekiri, whether marriage or, let's say, the coronation, at the death, burial, before they conduct any burial ceremony, the Fair Oracle is being conducted. They will go and ask whether what they want to do, whether they will have progress, whether it will be successful or not.
Masquerade to an average Itsekiri man could be divided into 2. One is for fun, Christmas dance, which makes some youths to come from urban areas to the rural areas, and they will use them for entertainment. There are others with some divine connotations, and these ones, they worship them, they adore them, and all the masquerade, like every other religion, they are against evil. And anybody that did anything to the contrary, the fair oracle or kola nuts or cowries, when divined, will reveal such attitude, and they have to appease the gods to atone for the sins committed. Some of the masquerades, the way I started, those ones for entertainment, we have some in a place called Daloketa. We call it Irobo. It's for annual entertainment. It's something that will enable the young ones off in the urban areas to come home. Such things are done here too by the Okere boys where we are now. Annually, they do it for entertainment too. We have one we call it a bobo. They just do it for entertainment. Those ones are done. They don't divine oracle about them. But the ones that are divine in nature, they don't do them carelessly. They are sacred. And there are certain things you don't do at all. Because if you do it, it could kill you. When you divine oracle, it will come. And not until they are appeased, the person will not recover. Such ones are Iblikemo, Atorubo, Okputu, at Itsekiri, Onemone, at Japa. These ones are sacred and divine in nature. It is all these things will appear when you go to the oracles, to divine oracle, and they will be revealed to you that you had acted to the contrary, and so you must do some sacrifices to appease them.
The Itsekiris, though outnumbered in size, has over the years shown remarkable resilience, reinventing themselves and uniting in the face of adversity. Moreover, they have consistently imprinted their unique traditional values, culture, and revered monarchy system in the hearts of generations to come.